Hello guys, how are you? So welcome to my channel IG Tech Team and also welcome to part 1 of alphabet recognition system. Guys, I hope you have watched demo of alphabet recognition system. If not, then watch it first and then come back to this part 1 of alphabet recognition system so that it will be easy for you to understand what I am trying to do in this project. So guys, without any delay, let's start. Guys, I have made one folder in my desktop called the alphabet recognition system, and inside this I have downloaded data. So guys, you have to download this 4 file first, and to download this you can go to my video description and you will find this 4 file. You will find the link of this 4 file, and to download this file you have to click on this file, and then you can click either in view raw or in download button directly. And in the same way you can download other file also. And after downloading this 4 file, you have to put this all 4 file in data folder. So this is inside my data folder. Then you can use any terminal or editor you like. I will use a Jupyter notebook here. So let me open Jupyter notebook. So I am inside this folder. Now let me create one Python file here. And rename this page as alphabet recognition system. And let me write title here, part 1, building model and calculate accuracy. And in the first part or 1 number, I have to import data, and for this I need to install MNIST in my system. And to install this you can simply write command pip install python MNIST, pip install python MNIST. So install python MNIST in your system. And then to import MNIST you can write from MNIST import MNIST, shift enter for execution. And then I need to provide path of my data. So data equals to MNIST, path equals to, where is my data? My data is in this data folder. So I need to pass here data. And then guys, initially my data is in list, so I have to convert list into numpy array. And for this I can directly write here return type. Return type equals to numpy. And guys, one thing, we are going to predict letters only from A to Z. So we need to select only letters from this data. So for this, let me select letters. So data.select MNIST. I have to write letters here, letters, because I want to predict letters from A to Z only. So I need to select first letters from data. And then let me separate a dependent and independent variable. So x comma y equals to data dot load training. So I need to separate dependent and independent variable. Now let me execute this cell also. Now it will take little bit more time, because it will filter my letter from my data, and also it will separate dependent and independent variable x and y. Okay, Now I can check the shape of x and y. So x dot shape comma y dot shape. Shift enter. So there are 1,24,800 data in my x independent variable and 1,24,800 labels. And guys, if I write 28, if I multiply 28 by 28, you can see here it will be equal to 784. Now let me reshape this x by 28 by 28 pixel of each data. So let me write here x equals to x dot reshape. Let me reshape this into 124,800 comma 28 by 28. Now each image is 28 by 28 pixel image, and in the same way y equals to y dot reshape 124,800 comma 1, because we have only one level, like in the MNIST data for handwritten digit recognition. Means we can get some pixel value and we need to identify either it is A, B, C, means from A to Z. So there are only one level of each pixel image. Now guys, let me execute this cell. Now let me print y in a list. Okay, now you can see here the value of y ranges from 1 to 26, because we have 26 alphabet letters from A to Z. So from, you can see here, from 1 it is minimum value and maximum value will be 26, of course. So where is 26? Here it is 26. Means y ranges from 1 to 26, but we have to decrease y value by 1. Now let me write it comment here. Y ranges from 1 to 26. Now let me decrease y by 1. Now if I print y, you can see here now the value ranges from 0 to 25. So here it is 0 and the maximum value is 25. So where it is? Okay, 25. Now let me comment it also. Y ranges from 0 to 25 now, because in Python index ranges from 0 to some value, so you have to decrease y by 1. So guys, we have successfully load our data and also reshape our data. So this is number 1, to import data. Now in number 2, let's make the title here, to train, test, split. Now guys, to split your data into training and testing part, you need to install scikit-learn in your system. So you can write command pip install scikit-learn, and then to import scikit-learn from sklearn.modal selection, I need to import train, test, split. And let me execute this shell also. And then x train, we have x test, and then y train, and then y test equals to, let me use train test split, as I have imported here. And then I need to pass dependent and independent variable here, and then test size equals to suppose 0.2, and then random state equals to let me pass 50 here. So guys, initially we have x and y data and we need to separate this x and y into training and testing part. Train means to train our model and test means to check our accuracy. So this x into x train and x test, and this y into also y train and y test, and let me pass the x and y here, and then this test size equals 0.2 means 20% for testing image and remaining 80% for training image or training data. And then this random state means you can pass any value you like here. So you need to separate your data into training and testing part. Now let me execute this cell also. Now guys, as we all know, our pixel value ranges from 0 to 255. Now we need to convert this pixel value from 0 to 1. Means we need to map this value from only 0 to 1. So to do this, we need to divide by 255. So x train equals to x train by 255. In the same way, x test equals to x test by 255. And since we are performing division operation, we need to convert this into float value. So as type float, we can write 432. In the same way, as type float 32. Now let me execute this cell also. Now guys, let me print y train and y test. Okay. Now guys, we have some integer value in y train and y test. Now we need to convert this integer value into binary class matrix, means one hot vector. Let me first write code. First of all, we need to import from keras.utils. And guys, to install keras, you can install TensorFlow. So you can write pip install TensorFlow, and then this keras library will install automatically. If not, you can write pip install keras also. But I think it will work if you execute this command only. So pip install TensorFlow in your system, and then from keras.utils you need to import nputils, and then what am I going to do? I need to convert integer into one hot vector, or we can say binary class matrix. So let me complete this code first. So y10 equals to nputils, and then dot to categorical, URICAL categorical. I need to pass y-train, and then I need to pass number of classes. Yes, and since we have 26 letter, so we need to pass 26 here. And then in the same way, y test equals to nputils dot to categorical y test, and number of classes equals to 26. Now if I execute this cell, it may also take a little bit more time. And if I print again y train and y test, you can see here now it is binary class matrix. Initially this is integer, y train y test are integer, and now y train and y test is binary class matrix. So you need to convert your y variable into binary class matrix, or you can say one hot vector. Now let me make it comment, and also these two comment. Okay, so guys, in the second part we have successfully split our data into training and testing part, and we have made required changes also. So in 3 number, let me write define our model, and for this we need to import from keras.model, models models. I need to import sequential, and then from keras dot layers I need to import dense, dropout, and then flatten, and then let me write model equals to sequential, as I have already imported over here, sequential, and then I need to add my input layer. So add flatten, I need to pass my input shape over here. My input shape is 28 by 28 pixel image. I have already reshaped my data into 28 by 28 pixel image, so I have to pass input shape equals to 28 by 28. And I hope you know about neural network. So in neural network there are input layer and some hidden layer and then output layer. So you can think this statement, this line of code is input layer. And in the same way, let me make one hidden layer. So model dot add dense, I need to pass, suppose 512 is a number of neuron, so there are 512 number of neurons, and let me use activation function equals to ReLU. So this ReLU activation function convert your negative value into 0 and do nothing with positive value. And I have already defined explain activation function in this video and also neural network in this video. You can watch this if you want. So guys, this dense is deeply connected neural network, and then I have to use a dropout function also. So model dot add dropout, let me pass here 0.2, and guys, this dropout is used for preventing overfitting. So let me write here preventing overfitting. After we make this dense layer, we need to drop out some layer also. So I have written dropout 0.2. And in the same way, let me make one another hidden layer. So model dot add dense and 512 neuron, and then activation equals to ReLU, and again model dot add dropout 0.2, 20%. And finally I have to make output layer. So for this, let me write model dot add dense, and how much neuron I have to make. Since I have 26 letter, I have to make 26 neuron. So since I have a 26 letter from A to Z, I need to pass 26 neuron, and then let me pass activation equals to this time different activation function. Let me write softmax activation function, and let me execute this cell. Okay, now we can check the summary of this model also. So we can write model dot summary also. So you can see here our model is sequential as we have defined here, and they are flatten and dense layer, and we have also used dropout function, and then again dense layer, again dropout function, and again final output layer. So you can see here total parameter and trainable parameter and non-trainable parameter equal to 0, and you can see the shape of output and then also parameter. So this is optional. You can check your summary of model also. And guys, after creating our model, we need to check our loss function. and also we need to optimize our model. So guys, let me compile my model. So for this, model.compile, and I need to pass one loss function. Suppose let me use categorical cross entropy, and let me pass optimizer method. So optimizer equals to let me use Adam optimizer over here, and also I need to pass matrix here. Matrix equals to accuracy, CURACY. So after creating our model, we need to deal with loss, and also we need to optimize our model. So for this, we can take any loss function method. I have used here categorical cross entropy and optimization method called Adam optimizer, and then I will calculate accuracy also. So let me pass matrix equals to accuracy, and let me execute this cell also. Now guys, in 4 number, let me write calculate accuracy. And one thing guys, we have not trained our model, we have only creating our model, and I have already split my model into training and testing part, but we need to train our model also. But let me check accuracy before training. So let me write comment before training, and I have to write score equals to model.evaluate, and I need to pass a X test, and then Y test, and then Barbos equals to suppose 0. So this Barbos means to display progress bar or not. So guys, if you press shift tab, first of all put cursor over here and press shift tab, you can see here what parameter this evaluate function will take. So X, Y, and batch size, there are many parameter, and also Barbos equals to initially Barbos equals to 1. So what does this Barbos means? You can read over here. So Barbos 0 or 1. So Barbos mode 0 equals to silent, means no progress bar, and 1 means progress bar. Now let me close this. So what is progress bar means? Progress bar means similar like this progress bar, similar like this. I will show it later. And then to calculate accuracy, let me write score, and my accuracy will be in 1 index. So I have to write score 1, and to calculate in percentage, I need to multiply by it 100. Okay, now let me write print before training test accuracy. Test accuracy is I need to write comma and then accuracy. So before training test accuracy is, so let me execute this cell. Okay, I got some error. So let me check this first. Unknown loss function okay, I have to write categorical cross entropy. Sorry for that. I have to write here categorical, not categorical. Categorical cross entropy optimum. Okay. Now let me execute this cell again. Okay. Now it should work. So guys, before training test accuracy is only 5%. So you will get either 3, 4, 5, only a very little amount of accuracy. So this accuracy is before training. So we need to train our model first. So let me write here in comment, let's train our model, and let me import from keras.callbacks. I need to import model checkpoint. and then let me use the checkpoint here. So check pointer equals to, let me write model checkpoint. So this model checkpoint save our best model. First of all, let me complete this code. So I need to pass one file path, and I have to give one name, any name I like. Suppose a best model, and in extension we have to write .s5. So our best model will be saved in name best model.s5, and then let me write Barbos equals to 1 means progress bar. Yes, it will show progress bar, and then I need to write save best only equals to true. I will analyze my model for several times, and out of this analyze it will save my best model. I will explain it later also. So let me write first model.fit. I need to pass a xtrain, and then ytrain, and then batch size. I need to pass batch size equals to suppose 128, and then epochs equals to 10, and then validation split equals to 0.2, and also we need to pass callbacks equals to, we need to pass this check pointer also. So check pointer in list, and then we need to pass Barbos equals to yes, show me a progress bar, and then shuffle equals to true. Let me split my code from here. Okay, so let me explain this. And guys, if I press shift tab, and if I maximize this, you can share I have passed batch size, epochs, and also Barbos, and also validation split, and and if we see here, so this batch size means a number of samples per gradient update, means it will analyze our data in batch or group. And then this epochs means I have passed epochs equals to 10, means an epoch is an iteration over the entire x and y data provided. Means since I have passed epochs equals to 10, means it will analyze my data for 10 times, and out of these 10 times this check pointer will save my best model. And then this validation split means, you can see over here, validation split will take value from 0 to 1, floating value, and since I have passed validation split equals 0.2, means 20% of my training data is used for validation of my data. So you can pass very little bit 0.1 or 0.2 as validation split. And then this callback equals to check pointer. Yes, I have already explained about it. And then Barbos equals to 1 means progress bar, and then this shuffle equals to true means to change the position of our data. Now guys, let me execute this cell. Now it will take little bit more time because I have defined epochs equals to 10. Now this is epochs equals to 1 out of 10, and Barbos equals to 1 means progress bar, and this is progress bar. If you write Barbos equals to 0, then it will not display any progress bar, and if you write Barbos equals to 1, it will display progress bar. And out of this 10 epochs, this check pointer will select your best model, and it will save in the name best model.s5 in your directory, in your this directory, in alphabetical system in my case. So guys, you can see here epochs, this value loss improved from infinity to 0.4301, saving model to it will save my model in this path best with this name best model.s5, and you can see loss also, accuracy also, and now it is epoch number 2. Now it is epoch number 3, and you can see the accuracy. Initially our accuracy is 86 and it will increase to 89, and also you can check loss. And before training our accuracy is only 5%, or you may get 3%, 4%, 5%, but let me check. If we train our model, what will be our accuracy? So value loss improved from 0.3.3438 to 0.30914, and saving model to best model.s5. So in this best model.s5, it will save our best model, where there will be less loss and more accuracy. And now it is epoch number 5. So it will iterate my data. It will analyze my data for 10 times. And to increase your accuracy, you can also change epoch value, suppose 15, 12, and you can also change your batch size and also validation split, and check what difference it will make in your loss and accuracy. So now it is epoch number 6, and you can share our loss is decreasing continuously, and it will save my model to best model S5, and you can see here our accuracy is getting increased. Now it is epoch number 8, and our accuracy is nearly 90 to 92%. We'll calculate our real accuracy just after it. So I have already explained about training and testing. Training is for train our model, and testing is used for calculating our accuracy. Now it is last epoch, and our accuracy is nearly 91 or 93%. Let me calculate it later. And this star sign means it is still executing. Now it is it shown me number, integer number, so my this execution is completed, and our accuracy is more than 90%. So let me calculate test accuracy now, and you can see in your folder, in this folder. So now best model.s5 is stored here in your directory. So in this name we have our best model out of 10th epoch. Now guys, let me load my model. So model dot I need to load my weights. So WIGSTS weights, and my model name is best model dot h5 is our extension. Let me execute this cell, and guys so let me write calculate test accuracy. So what is our accuracy? I need to write score equals to model dot evaluate, and I need to pass EX test because testing data is used for calculating our accuracy, as I have already said, and I need to pass Y test also, and then verbose equals to 0 means silent, no progress bar, and then accuracy equals to in percentage, and our accuracy is stored in 1th index of score, and then finally print test accuracy is comma accuracy. And if I execute this cell, so my accuracy is now 91%. So out of 100 image, 91 will be correct, and maybe 9 will be incorrect. So our accuracy is really very high. And before training our accuracy is only 5% or maybe 3 to 5%, and after training our accuracy will get more than 90%. So 90, in my case it is 91. So guys, in this part we have successfully built our model and we have successfully calculate our accuracy, and our accuracy is more than 90%. So guys, we have created successful model, very accuracy model. Now guys, this much for this video, and in the next video I will recognize alphabet, or I will recognize letters from A to Z. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any question, you can directly comment in the comment section. And guys, see you in the next video. Thank you.